Nice. Oh, cool. I got a message from someone. Why don't you review something actually scary? It's a fair question. Well, that's probably because I don't usually watch stuff that's that scary. Well, it is Spooktober though, so I guess the question is, what do I have that's scary for Spooktober? Gonna have to check the shelf for that one. That would be a good one, but I've done 2 monster movies already, and I want to watch the original, so we'll save it for another time. That's horrifying in a totally different way. We'll probably say that for another time. I wanted to see this one. It's been sitting on my shelf for a while. Plus, it's supposed to be pretty good, so... Let's give it a shot. Lights Out was directed by David F. Sandberg and stars Teresa Palmer, Gabriel Bateman, Alexander DePerzia, and Maria Bell, and is about a brother, sister, and her boyfriend/lover as they investigate the weird behaviors of their mom, who tends to be talking to herself out loud in her home, and some other real behaviors like walking around with the lights off, all the while being haunted and chased by this figure that only appears in the darkness when there's no light. One of the great things that I have to say right off the bat about this movie is I love how this movie came to be. So, if I remember this right, David F. Sandberg created a short video and was put on YouTube of the same name, which he actually helped write the screenplay for the movie, and basically got to make his small video into a big budget movie, which is really inspiring because you don't really get to hear a lot of stories like that, and this is one of those instances. It's really neat, especially considering he will later go on to do both Shazam and Shazam Fury of the Gods, which I really enjoy still, and I think David F. Sandberg did a great job directing this movie. Honestly, there's not much fat within this movie, and pretty much every character in the movie isn't wasteless. You know how in some movies you do have these characters that are just kind of there just to be killed off? There's not really anybody in this movie that's like that. Maybe save for like some of the police officers or the dad in some ways, but even he has some context. But as a whole, like this movie is pretty straightforward, no fat whatsoever. It gets straight to the point. And I also want to say I love the idea that this figure in the darkness, you actually get to learn the backstory of it. They don't say exactly how it came to be, but you kind of get a rough idea as to who or what they are. And it's, as for the design, it is a little like typical like creepy, scary shadow lady. But I just love the idea of the shrouded mystery behind it. That part was really interesting to me. As for the cast, everybody does a really great job, especially the person who plays the youngest brother, Gabriel Bateman. Most notably, kids in horror movies don't tend to do well, and he actually does a really good job. And I also want to say Alexander DePerzia's character is no waste. Usually the boyfriend character or the girlfriend character is kind of a waste of space, and they're like screaming or they're really dumb. His character in this movie actually isn't that. He serves an actual good purpose. And another thing I also want to mention is how the main 3 leads, Gabriel, Alexander, and Teresa, they all have some form of logic to them. I really enjoyed that. Usually they make a lot of stupid decisions, which there are a few here and there, but for the most part, they're pretty smart and logical about what they do and how they execute it, which is great to see. I also like how for a little bit you're with the siblings as they are on the fence as, is she crazy, or is this something is there something really out there? And it's a great mystery within that. When it comes to horror movies like this, or just horror movies in general, I don't do well. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a pretty big fraidy cat. But I honestly will say I did enjoy this. It did spook me at a couple of times, maybe 3, but it was really interesting. I really liked the story that it has. It's a very basic story, but it's how it's acted, it's how it's executed. The mystery behind it is very interesting. I think David F. Sandberg did a great job putting this, what was originally a very small video, into a full-length film, and it doesn't feel too long at all. And I feel like that's kind of a curse when it comes to horror movies, is they tend to outdo themselves, and this one doesn't. It keeps it kind of right in the pocket, and I think that's perfect at what makes it work well. And how it wraps up, I will say, was abrupt, I will be honest. I could tell that it was the end, but at the same time, like, I was like looking for some sort of wrap up to the movie, but it pretty much just kind of ends off and it's the end. I can't complain, but I would like to see a little bit of a ribbon, some form of ribbon towards the end. Honestly, there's not really a downside I have to say for this movie. I mean, I think this movie is a really good, greatly executed, simple, interesting, intriguing horror movie. And I love the concept, which I totally forgot to mention, is this fear of the dark. As kids, we are afraid of the dark because we don't know what's out there. There could be anything, and the darkness is kind of a scary place, And this kind of brings that back to more of an adult audience, because when you get older, you don't think much of it. At least some people don't think much of it. But you don't think much of the darkness as, of dark areas being quite so creepy, because we're so focused on the day-to-day things that this movie kind of brings that fear of the dark back. And I think that's great and brilliant. But as a whole, honestly, as someone who doesn't really watch like true horror, I have to say I really did enjoy this. So this is a really great, interesting watch. But that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you have some problems that I had, or some different problems? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like content like this and want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe. I always try to have content out each week. Be sure to follow me on that. Also follow me on my socials on Letterboxd, Instagram, and Twitch, because sometimes I do stream there, so be on the lookout for that. I usually let you know on YouTube or Instagram, so definitely keep an eye on that. Also, keep an eye out for later this week. I will do a YouTube short for a local horror film called Happy Halloween. I've already watched it once. I want to watch it again. I'm going to watch it with some other people here in the neighborhood, and I think it'll be a lot of fun, and I'll get to talk with some of the people that made the movie. That'll be great. And stay tuned. I will also do a new movie review for Five Nights at Freddy's. Yay! And I'll probably have to stream the game, which not really looking that forward to, so keep an eye out for that. Oh boy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you all as always, and I will see you all in the next video. What's with all these? It's the same stupid freaking number. Stop the heck? Answer the phone? Okay. What if I don't want to answer the phone? Hello?
You never told me your name. Don't hang up on me.
Nope. Not gonna do that. Just answer the phone. I don't want to answer it again. I don't think they're going to stop calling me.
I told you not to hang up on me.
What do you want?
To see your insides. Yeah. Can you handle that?
We've got trouble.